The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stark.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Texans at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Stark. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
17-0 our score after one.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Stark. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap. Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will close the gap down to 14. So Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Throwing to start the drive. Stark. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And that will be incomplete as well. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football. First and... They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing to start the drive. Stark. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting. Into this deficit, you can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stark. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll go with a keeper, and he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him take...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that bind...
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, the three.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. A little juke. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of... They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And taken down just shy of the 40. That's on the tackle, Panay Sewell.
Still 1st down.
Looking to throw. Start. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So holding.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Stark. And he rifles one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 23.
Holding, receiving team.
That flag accept.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So now the Texans down by 10. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Hey, check. Hey. Too little. Cut. Slam.
Throwing to start the drive. Stark, he's going to let it fly.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now. That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now the Texans will use one of their 2. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Chiefs, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next.
day.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Pulled in at the 24. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And now out comes Houston.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
To throw on 3rd down. Stark. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, I don't know. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one's high, but not very far.
Holding defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hale.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. Stark.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Back to throw. Stark. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On third down, Stark. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
So they accept.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Stark.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Houston set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
98 to Mike. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on third down, Stark eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On third down, Stark.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they... So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw Charles.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away.
So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Looking to throw. Stark. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the...
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Stark. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
To throw on 3rd down. Stark. This is caught by Hearns. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On the RPO, that's complete right side.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. on first down. Stark.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The Texans on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That one goes for 8 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the...
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the 49ers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time.